Back in the shop today. Got the missing O-ring for the injectors. So these are all ready to go back in. They tested good. I want to test all these injector connectors and make sure that we're getting power to each one. I know that they're going to get fuel. I just want to make sure that they're going to be actuating accurately. Really hoping to get this thing into the garage soon, especially when I tear the front axle apart. It'd be nice to just be inside out of the dirt and the dust. Today I got the intake all buttoned back up. Injectors are back in. Checked the harness, cleaned up the wiring, reinstalled the plenum, the fuel rail, all the connectors look good. Reattached the airflow meter, the air filter, and I went through and double checked all the vacuum line caps. I've got one more to do, and then I just put 5 gallons of gas in it. I guess the first step is to make sure we don't have any leaks. So why don't I turn on the ignition and fuel pump and double check all my work and make sure I don't have a geyser of fuel flowing out. Let's try that first. Okay, it doesn't seem like we're getting fuel at the moment. Well, had to go pick up a new starter. Not the end of the world. I'd definitely rather this starter go bad in the shop here than out at Buck Island Lake in the middle of the Rubicon. So we'll get this thrown in and see if we can get it started. You may remember I got all the fuel system replaced. Pump, 2 filters, clean the injectors, clean the connectors, tested everything, put it all back together, and it wouldn't start. It would start on the cold start injector only, so it would run about for like 5 seconds and then it would die. The main injectors weren't firing, and I've been scratching my head for a while now. Let me show you what I just found, and it looks pretty promising. Look at this. Little butt connector failed. Most likely when I was cleaning up wiring and just messing with this general area. So we'll clean up this butt connector and put it back together and see if she'll fire. Here's the solution, or the fix. That's just a non-insulated butt connector and some heat shrink. Put it back in and cross your fingers that it starts. Fix that broken wire. Got it all plugged back in. I don't have the throttle cable hooked up, but it should idle. It should start. It's trying. Maybe not. I repaired the injector resistor wire because it broke twice now. I rigged up a little LED tester to test the harness for the injectors, and I have a flashing light at each one. That means that the computer is telling the injector what to do. I've got fuel in the fuel rail. And the latest thing I did was I put the old pump back in. They're the same part number, but it won't run with the way it was set up. So I've put the old pump back in. Now let's see if it starts. guess that pump didn't have enough fuel pressure. Thing was brand new and it was the same part number. Different brand though. Oh, what a debacle. Well, as the sun's going down here in the shop, I've had a super frustrating couple days, but it turns out that the replacement pump, which didn't have the right output field pressure, so the engine wouldn't start. And when I had everything apart to clean the injectors and clean the harness, I broke a wire on the injector resistor. So it took me a while to find that. Found that, fixed it, thought I had it, but then it ended up breaking again when I was installing the resistor again. So I fixed that twice. And then I could finally confirm that I was getting power to the injectors. And then I figured, if it's still not gonna run right, let me just put that old pump back on and see what would happen. And sure enough, old pump went on and it fired right up. Within the last, well, before the sun set, I adjusted the valves on the engine. I found that two of them were slightly loose. That was the first time I've ever adjusted the valves on a 22 RE. Not too bad. I didn't really film much of it. It was just a time lapse, so you'll just have to take my word for it. Yeah, so it runs now. That's good. I still have a long list of things to do, so thanks for watching as usual, and I'll see you on the next one.